Hello class. In this series of tutorial, I'll show the whole workflow of create the character control with the animations you created in Maya. And this is the fourth video of the whole series. Now let's create a camera switch for this character. As you can see right now, we only have the third person view for the character. And what if I also want the first person view and the top view and the close-up shot view? So let's see how we can do that. Let's go to the camera folder, and for the third person view camera, we can rename it to camera third person, and then select our character folder, and we'll go to add component and new script. And for the script, you can see monster a cat view, and double click on the script. It'll open the Visual Studio. And for public class here, we'll add public a game object. So we'll add the cameras. Okay, let's see, this is the first camera. And let's see if we want to create 4 cameras. And we can just rename it. This is the third one, this is the fourth one. So now we added 4 cameras. And when the game is awake, start of the game, we want the first camera to be active. So set to active. True. So basically for the first camera, we can set it as the third person camera. And for other cameras, second camera, it can be the first person view. Okay. So at the beginning of the game, all other camera is false. It'll be deactivated. So third camera, fourth camera, all will be false. Alright, and here we'll have an update function. So if you input a key or something, it'll update this part. So we can say if you input get a key down, and what key to put? Let's see, if I put 7, we already used a 6, right? 6 for to turn the character alive again in the last video. So here we'll use a 7, and when you press 7, and you'll have the function in here. Basically the first camera, the third person camera, it'll be activated, and all other camera it'll be false, right? This is the default state, but if the other camera is activated, it'll switch back to this state if you press 7. And then we can just duplicate this whole part. And if you press 8, so we'll switch. So basically the second camera will be true and first camera will be false, right? And then if you press 9, so the third camera will be true and the second will be false. And then 0 key is for the fourth camera. So the fourth camera will be true and the third one will be false. Alright, so this is the whole code. Alright, save the code. Now you can see that we have 4 cameras here. So the third person camera will basically be the first camera, right? And we can go to game object and create a second camera. The second camera, we can name it as camera first person, and bring our first person camera to the camera 2, right? And switch back to the scenes. So this is the first camera, right? We can zero out its value and bring it up. So basically I want to attach it to the eyeball. So what I can do is I can go to my character skeleton, and here's the spine skeleton, right? And here's the neck, head, and this is the eye joint. And I can attach the first person camera to the eye joint. So whenever my characters move, the camera will move with the joint, right? So now if I bring the camera onto the eye joint, if I zero out the value, so now it will be at the same spot as my eye joint. And if I go to the game view, this is the game view from the eyeball. Okay, and we can just bring it a little bit forward just in case, right? Just in case it's not in the mesh. All right, and let's test play. So this is the default view. And if I press 8 key, so this is the first person view, right? See, I'm walk. Here I'm run, and I'm hitting first key to kick, second key to punch. Oops, but you see here, see the mesh, this area has been cut off. Well, select the camera and go to camera setting, and here for the near, instead of 0.3, we'll do 0.01. What it means is if your mesh is closer than 0.3 units, it will disappear. Your camera won't be able to see that. So that's why I put 0.01. So if any object is closer than this unit, you won't be able to see that. But I don't think any object will be closer than that in this scenario. Right, so now if I test a play, if I hit 8, switch to the first person view, and if I hit 3 key, attack, and now I can see all the mesh is here. It doesn't cut off, right? Okay, so now we get our first person camera work, and then we can, maybe we can just simply duplicate this camera. And for this camera, we'll say close up face. So for this one, I would like to attach it to the character head and aim into character's head. So we can select this one and bring it forward and rotate it in 180 degree. So it'll facing our character, and maybe bring it up a little bit and aim it down a little bit. And this is how it looks. And then select your character folder and go down here. So we'll use the third camera, for the close-up shot. All right, test play. If I hit 8 is the first person view, and if I hit 9 is the close-up shot of the character head. And here I'm walking to the side, walking to the other side, and run, and attack. Alright, so it looks like the camera is attached on the character head like a GoPro camera, right? Really like how it looks. Maybe I can just move it a little bit away from my character and attack. Cool. Now it looks like the character is punching the camera, right? Like a promotion video of the boxing game. And then we can select our character folder, press F key to lock our view, and then go to game object and go to camera. So this camera will name it as a camera top, okay, and bring it into our characters folder so it'll follow the character. And bring it up, and then aiming down so you can rotate it by 90 degree here. So this is how it looks. Maybe we can just bring it forward a little bit. Okay. Alright. And then select our character folder and go to the script here and bring our top camera here as a fourth camera. And if we play, so this time if I hit 0, it'll switch to the top view, right? 7 for third person view, 8 for first person view, 9 which is a close-up shot, 0 which is the top. Okay, so this is the end of this series tutorial. As I mentioned in the beginning, the animation states and the connection, it looks complex. But now as we go step by step, I hope you understand the whole story, the concept of animation state. And we also create a script for our camera switch so you can control your character and play with the different camera views. So hope you learned a lot from this series. I'll see you in next video.